Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on MTV Sports. My name is Ravi Gamage.
And I'm Punchani Edrasinghe. Time now to take a look at your headlines.
Minister Maithripala Sirisena says that he accepts Tisathanayaka's challenge. CTV incurs a loss of 6 million rupees owing to the use of substandard diesel. Colombo Additional Magistrate Prasanna Alvi says no one can mislead courts. And reports state that the Syrian regime is crumbling.
Starting off with local news, Minister Maithripala Sirisena says that he is ready to accept the challenge thrown by UNP General Secretary Tisathanayaka to prove his recent statement that Ranil Wickremesinghe worked to defeat the late Gamini Disanayaka at the 1994 presidential election.
He had stated that in 1994 I was a peon in the SLFP and had no role in the election. In the 1994 election campaign, I was the secretary in charge of opposition intelligence in the election campaign. Nevertheless, in my political vision, the position of peon in the SLFP is more valuable than the position of UNP General Secretary. Tisathanayaka challenged me to prove my statement. I am prepared to do this, but I will not be able to bear responsibility for what will happen to the UNP if I accept this challenge. Eminent persons within the UNP have brought 3 dossiers to my home. I have documented proof, statements from police officers at the time and other information. The minister also recalled the night Gamini Disanayaka died. On the night that Gamini Disanayaka fell victim to a terrorist bomb in Modara, what time did Ranil Wickremesinghe, the opposition leader, arrive at the meeting? He was there as soon as it started, gave a small speech and left. But the opposition leader should have been there until the presidential candidate arrived. He should have been there until the end of the meeting. I do not wish to disrespect my former leader, but 72 hours before the last presidential election, she asked that votes be given to Sarath Fonseca. Beyond that, I cannot bear any responsibility for statements made by her.
The United National Party convened a media briefing in Colombo today regarding the party anniversary.
We have planned to celebrate the 66th anniversary of the United National Party on the 6th of September at the UNP headquarters. A number of events have been organised at the party headquarters to mark the anniversary. Multi-religious events have also been planned.
ආගමික වැඩසටහන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම යනුව ਸਰවාගමික වැඩසටහනක් පැවැත්වෙනවා.
Will the proposal to extend the tenure of the leadership to 6 years be passed at the anniversary?
නෑ මේක එතෙන් අදාළ නැහැ. සම්මේලනයයි සංවත්සරයයි පටලව ගත්ත අය මෙහෙම කතා කරනවා.
No, it has no connection to this. Those who have got the anniversary confused with the convention are those who say so. It is a sad thing because the party's anniversary is one thing and the convention is something else. The anniversary means the establishment of the UNP on the 6th of September 1946. Annually, we have religious activities on the 6th of September. Several other events will also be held to mark the anniversary.
විවිධ විෂයන් සංවත්සර සභාව වෙනුවෙන් කරනවා.
The President states that the people cannot be inconvenienced by the introduction of impractical bills. The President expressed this view at the Monragala District Progress Review meeting this morning.
Why was the fish breeding centre in Thanamalwila closed down? When the Provincial Council attempted to take over the projects you initiated when you were the Fisheries Minister, it was discovered that the aquaculture authorities had leased these to private entities. They did not do the job, and when we are now attempting to get it done, they are speaking of their ownership rights. That's impossible because after me, it was not sold to any private entity. This has become unsuccessful because of the difficulty in obtaining water. But the breeding center requested by the Provincial Council was constructed after 2006. They are still operating successfully. You cannot close down existing ones as per your whims. Regardless of who builds it, you operate it. Is that the responsibility of your ministry? Then why are you here? Officials have been appointed to do this job. When funds run out, funds are taken from various institutions to build these. When these are being constructed, you must look into where they are being constructed and other factors. You must make use of this. Massive investments have been made, so it should not be too difficult. Work on the road from Madhurketiya to Hindikula has not been completed. Who did this? The road providing access to the Badruwagala Rajamahaviharaya is in a dilapidated state. It has been reconstructed in a substandard manner. Who did this? A lot of things mentioned here are things that should be looked into by the relevant local government officials. This is not my job. So hereafter when I come here, please ensure that these things have already been discussed and do not leave room for me to have a look into them.
The Colombo Additional Magistrate Prasanna Alvi stated in open court today that no one can mislead the courts. The Additional Magistrate said that the Criminal Investigations Department had not misled court when suspects arrested in connection with the murder of 3 people, including Bharata Lakshman Premachandra, were produced before courts today.
The additional magistrate made this statement following the submissions made by primary suspect Duminda Silva's counsel, Hemantha Warnakulasuriya, that Bharata Premachandra's daughter, Hirunika Premachandra, had misled court and was in contempt of court. The magistrate rejected the request made by the counsel to take legal action against Hirunika Premachandra for contempt of court. The additional magistrate, who pointed out to counsel Hemantha Warnakulasuriya that action could only be taken based on incidents inside the magistrate's court premises and not elsewhere, also said that he can file a petition in the Court of Appeal in this regard if he so wishes. Attorney at law Upul Kumara Peruma, appearing on behalf of the family of the late Bharata Lakshman Premachandra, argued that just because Hirunika Premachandra had made a phone call to the Inspector General of Police and questioned him as to why action had not been taken against Duminda Silva, who had arrived in the country, does not tantamount to contempt of court. Meanwhile, the Criminal Investigations Department submitted another report to court today. The additional magistrate noted that according to the medical report that was submitted to court by the CID, the health condition of Duminda Silva has improved and he will be back to normal soon.
I am the victimized party here. I lost my father. As his daughter, the only thing that I can do is inform the Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General of Police told me that he would look into it and inform me. I am saddened by this. The defendant's lawyer also has a daughter. I don't mind these insults. I will bear them. If I have committed a wrong, I will face the punishment.
7 Sri Lankan competitors head for 2012 London Olympics. Coaches for the competitors not named. Shuttler Niluka Karunaratne, who performed exceptionally well without a coach, reaches the top 16 in London. Niluka misses out on moving into the top 8.
I think if my coach was with me, I would have scored more than this.
Although there was no provision for coaches, 30 officials are reported to have gone for the London Games. According to a release from the Ministry of Sports, 23 out of the list of 30 are not officials. Who is to be blamed for the poor performance of our sportsmen?
Minister of Transport Kumar Welgam noted that the Ceylon Transport Board has incurred a loss of 6 million rupees owing to the use of substandard diesel. The minister revealed this at a media briefing today.
251 normal buses and 10 luxury buses operating on the Southern Expressway have stalled 38 times. We have incurred a huge loss. One is that we lost out on our operating turns. The other is that we had to replace the filters. 600,000 was spent on the filters alone. The loss is around 6 million rupees. 6 train engines broke down. If we ask for compensation, they ask us to pay for the fuel. That comes to around 4,000 million rupees. So we have no right to ask for compensation because we have not paid for the diesel. But the CTB has paid for it, so it can ask for compensation. Meanwhile, DNA parliamentarian Sunil Handunetti also spoke about substandard diesel at a program that was held to present scholarships to the children of those employed at the Sri Lanka Ports Authority who had passed the scholarship exam. It was reported yesterday that even boats that had set out to sea for fishing had stalled. Even the fish may be laughing. The decision of the committees appointed to probe the substandard petrol issue is yet to be revealed. Then there is another committee for the substandard diesel. The country is full of committees. There is a Jairaj Fernandapule committee, there is a Maheshwaran committee, there is advanced level examination committee, there is a ZSCO committee, the substandard petrol committee, the LLRC. There is committees for everything. It's a government of committees.
Students who say they have been done an injustice through the 2012 Advanced Level Examination EZ scores carried out a demonstration today.
A group of students who sat for the 2012 A-level examination under the old syllabus and their parents participated in this demonstration. The group held a protest march from Freeman Avenue in Anuradhapura to the main bus stop in Anuradhapura, where they held a demonstration. While students who received 2As and 1B have not qualified to enter the medical faculty, students who obtained 1A and 2Bs are being accepted for medicine and engineering. Meanwhile, Minister of Higher Education S.P. Dissanayake, who participated in an event in Hanguwankata yesterday, expressed these views with regard to the Z scores. Today we have to implement the court verdict on the Z scores. The University Grants Commission and the Department of Examinations failed to prove in court that there was a similar weighted average for the old and new syllabuses. Therefore, the court verdict went against the existing system. Today, a problem has arisen and we will have to enroll a large number of students. We are prepared for that.
Here's a look at the cartoon of the day from among today's English newspapers.